Hi everyone, my name is Gotham and my partner's name is Kivanti, and we're here to present our final project. I hope everyone is doing safe and well. And this is our abstract for our new and improved pull-up bar. In this final project, we thoroughly explained the validity and the usefulness of our redesigned pull-up bar. We listed its relevance towards the 7 stages of action and its affordances and signifiers. We also created our conceptual model to display all of the updated and relatively distinct features of this pull-up bar. We were also able to clearly and smoothly connect our redesign with the Gulf of Execution and Gulf of Evaluation, respectively. The purpose of an at-home pull-up bar, if you remember, is that it is a safe, space-saving, inexpensive way one can do pull-ups without dealing with a much larger exercise machine or going to a gym. A person can do any type of chin-up, palms forward, palms inward, arms spaced body width apart, arms spaced far apart, or any combination of these. This is the new prototype for the chin-up bar, and I did my best to do Photoshop, and I apologize if it's a little amateurish, but this was the best I could do. But at the ends of the two bars, you can see the large pads that are resting against the door frame, and those pads are going to enlarge the surface area so that when you complete a pull-up, the pressure is going to be dispersed, just like in the original design we have. But this new prototype also has a circular pad in the center, and I will be the first to admit that it is extremely gimmicky, but gimmicks can sometimes sell. So the idea behind this is that when a user completes a chin-up, the touchpad will beep and let the user know when a completed chin-up is performed. Because a lot of times when you're at the finishing up a set, you'll do maybe half a chin-up. You might get up to, like, I don't know, 17 and a half. And this allows you to know that no, you haven't gotten far enough to complete a pull-up. So that's the idea behind this. And this is our CMAP that we did for our chin-up bar. You can see the feedback is when the user knows you have completed a pull-up, it beeps. And the constraints are, we have a new constraint now. So in order to do this pull-up bar, you're going to have to plug it in. So that's going to be the cord, and that's going to be a physical constraint. And we'll get into more of the signifiers and affordances later in the presentation. The discoverability would be knowing where to place your hands on the pull-up bar, which is going to be the ergonomic handles at the end, and also the circular pad is supposed to mimic a person's face so that they will know that this is where you're supposed to complete your pull-up when you're going on the ascension of a pull-up. The affordances are that the horizontal closest to the user is used for pull-ups, while the one that's furthest away is used to rest the pull-up bar against the door frame. And the newly designed touchpad will now keep track of when a pull-up is performed. The signifiers would be the foam cushions at the end of the ergonomic handles, letting the user know that this is where I'm supposed to grip. Also, the large pads at the end of the bar that's further away from the user shows how to hang the pull-up bar. And the circular touchpad also signifies to the user that this is where you're supposed to touch your head when you complete a pull-up. The feedback for this will be the pull-up bar allows the proper exercise to be done comfortably, placing it at an angle at the door frame. and it disperses pressure. And the main feedback though would be the beeping when the user's face touches the middle of the bar, letting the user know when a pull-up has been completed.
The 7 stages of access to bridge the goals. Our goal was to create a new pull-up bar that was more comfortable to use and caused less damage to the door frame. And our plan was that we need to have a bar that isn't hanging too high or low, and one that isn't attached to the door in a discomforting way. We also specified that we needed a pull-up bar that helps the user perform the pull-up exercise comfortably and easily, and does not leave any scratch marks on the door frame. And part of the performance is that we had our tester use the new pull-up bar. And the perception was that the bar obviously is able to allow the exercise to be performed at least, which allowed us to interpret that the new design is better than the old and works efficiently. And also in comparison, the new design seems to be set up much better above the door than the old one. The goal of execution. What are our alternatives? We could use a towel or a chin-up bar that leaves scratch marks and damages the door frame. Or we could count the number of chin-ups and trust in ourselves. The user can trust in himself and accurately determine what one is completed, which admittedly would not be difficult. Or use much more expensive equipment that takes much more space. What can you do now? Hang the chin-up bar and remove it, such as placing it under the bed without it taking up much space. You can know when a chin-up bar is fully completed, and you cannot have the chin-up bar mar the door frame. How to do it. Perform the action sequence. Plug the chin-up bar in the outlet. Next, hang the chin-up bar on the door frame. Then, perform a chin-up. And lastly, the touchpad beeps when a chin-up is completed. And now for the goal of evaluation. What happened? Well, finding an outlet to plug in the chin-up bar near a door frame might be difficult, but the chin-up bar would not damage the door frame. Also, the chin-up bar indeed takes up less space, and the user knows when a chin-up is fully completed. What does it mean? It means this is an improved design, and it's an improvement on the original, and also, door frames should no longer be damaged. Is this okay? Has the goal been accomplished? Well, the new design for the chin-up bar does not damage the door. And the chin-up bar beeps when a chin-up is performed. So indeed, the goal has been accomplished. And as you see right here, this is our CMAP flowchart. And on the left side, we have the comparison, which is that it seems to beat the goal, and the new design is better than the old one. And we can interpret that the new pull-up bar design is much less likely to leave scratch marks on the door, and the user can, at the very least, still perform the pull-ups. And over here on the right side, we have the goal, which was to create a new pull-up bar that was more comfortable to use and caused less damage to the door frame. And the plan to use the chin-up bar with large pads at the end of the bars, which helped us specify that we needed a pull-up bar where the user can perform a chin-up comfortably and easily. And part of the performance was that the tester used the new pull-up bar design, which helped us to see if the bar allows the exercise to be performed and did not leave any scratch marks, and it beeps when a pull-up is performed. So the summary. Well, for my summary, I summarized that the redesigned pull-up bar was determined to work just as well or better than the original design, while I also contributed to listening to feedbacks, affordances, signifiers, and designed our abstract. And me and my partner equally explained the introduction, as well as our goal for evaluation and execution. And Gotham was able to summarize that he thinks that this was an improvement on the original design. Even if the sensor for when a pull-up is completed was a bit much, it's just not leaving the door for any damage. He would also consider it a success in itself and an overall improvement. He designed the prototype, C-maps, and fleshed out the goal for execution and goal for evaluation.